Welcome back, everybody, to SPANK'UM Chess. I am B Hood, and today I'm going to be talking about an offbeat opening that gained prominence in the 20th century, and it's called the Reti. Let's check it out. Before we get into today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hit that like button, pound that subscribe bell to get instant notifications, and leave a comment, because every comment and every notification, every subscription means a lot to me. So please go ahead and hit that, and let's get to it. Reti starts out with the move 1 knight f3. So when your opponent plays 1 f3, knight to f3 from the white side of the board, that can be offbeat and throw you off. You've probably seen it a few times and didn't know the name, just like myself. I didn't know the name of it, and I happened to look it up and realized that the Reti opening gained prominence in the early 20th century, primarily through the efforts and innovation of Richard Reti, a Hungarian-born Czechoslovakian chess player. Reti was a prominent chess theorist and player during the early 1900s and made significant contributions to chess opening theory. Now, with that being said, I played it a few times and I tried to find, I looked for, okay, what is the name of this? And so I come to realize that it starts out like this. Knight to f3. I played knight to c6. Now, the correct move in this situation, this isn't a bad move, but the right move in this situation is d5. But
sounds like you're a man of experience.
Let's continue. Knight f6. Knight to c6. c3, d5, d4, knight to f6, bishop to f4. Now, what my opponent had done in this situation here, this is called the Reti opening, the black.
What the fuck's that mean, grunt shit?
The Black Mustang defense. I'm gonna do more research on it, but this is something that I noticed. I just played this game the other night. I never knew the opening. I'm basically, when you see me play here, what I'm playing here is I basically am just winging it.
Therefore, shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
Back to the game. The bishop to f4 move is what he's doing is he's getting his dark square bishop outside of the pawn chain so he can either go e3 or g3, and he'll have that bishop outside of the pawn chain and give it some freedom. G6, and he goes knight b to d2. So knight b to d2, he wants to be able to bring his knight into the center of the board. And I've always mentioned that about that c3 move can put your knight on an unnatural square, and that was a passive play. Bishop to g7, and now here it goes, e3. So now he wants to bring his large square bishop out into the game, which is fine. I castle on the king side, and he goes bishop to d3. So as you can see, many of us players have been in the same board position before. It's roughly equal right now. There's no one that has a significant advantage at this point. So let's continue. Rook to e8. The rook to e8 move is preparing the move e5. I'm preparing to move e5 because I want to just say, hey, I'm going to start trying to dominate and control the center. Bishop to g5. So now he's moved that bishop twice. So that gains me an extra tempo to do just what I had planned, which is to go e5. So now I'm threatening a fork of the bishop and the knight. So he needs to do something about that. I always say that he needs to do something about that. My opponent moves his other bishop yet again.
What, you stupid fuck?
So those are two valuable tempi that he could have used to fortify his king, get him out of the center of the board, and develop an attack. But he's attacking pieces, looking to double pawns. Looking to double the pawn. That is what I'm thinking. Or
Who gives a fuck what you think?
Possibly even jumping his knight onto e5. So I go e4. I'm like, screw it, man. Jumping in the middle because I see that I have a slight little edge if he jumps in. My opponent jumps in. He goes knight to e5. And that was a blunder.
What, you stupid fuck?
I want you guys to look and leave it in the comments. Why was that a blunder? Okay, let's continue. So I go queen to d6. This was an inaccuracy on my point. It was actually a miss. And he makes yet another blunder. Now that's back-to-back blunders.
Shit.
He gives me the free knight. And now, here we go again. He captures my knight on c6. He captures the knight on c6, thinking he's going to get the 2-for-1, but wrong. I capture the pawn on g2. He moves his rook out of the way onto g1. Now I capture the knight on c6, threatening the bishop and threatening the pawn on h2. He slides his bishop out of the way into safety, and I pop the pawn on h2.
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
So now his rook is under duress. And now you see the benefit for me and the downside of him of not getting his king out of the center. And now he's put his king into the middle of the board. He's lost the castle right, and it's looking very ugly.
What the fuck's that mean, grunt shit?
And that's another blunder. He goes king to d2, and as you can see, there's a fork. Boom, knight to e5. Knight to e4 check, forking the king and the bishop. And blunder number 3.
Why, you stupid fuck! Look at you now!
Of course, I go bishop to h6 check. He goes king to back to e1. I capture, and there's a checkmate. Now, I just wanted to know how many of you have played against the Reti opening, and are you ready for the Reti?
You motherfuckers. Wow. Look at here.
So with that, my name is B Hood. This is SPANK'UM Chess, and I would like you guys to leave it in the comments of any of your suggestions against the Reti from the black perspective, and have you played it, and what was the outcome? So until next time, this is SPANK'UM Chess. I am B Hood, and I'm out. Peace.
Hi, y'all.
Here we go again. Dynamic and tactical game. A3. And now, here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to SPANK'UM Chess. I am B Hood.